Hi, my name's Raina. This is my first YouTube video. I'm doing it because my friends asked me to. My friends are always kind of asking for advice, and like everyone I know is like usually kind of asking me for advice. I don't know why they ask me for advice. I mean, they say that I give like really good advice, and I think I just try. I try to be open-minded. I try to be realistic at the same time, but I try to give people the benefit of the doubt at the same time. So, I'm not an expert. I have no license of any kind, but I haven't really steered any friend in the wrong direction so far. So, I really hope I don't send any of you guys in the wrong direction for the probably like 2-3 people who are actually going to watch this video. My first video is going to be about like schoolwork and prioritizing, like how to stay organized in school. I'm a college student, so my message might be a teensy bit not so helpful for some people who are like aren't in college. It might be helpful for kids in high school, depending on like what type of high school you go to. But me, the way I stay organized is kind of costly, I would say. It probably costs more than if I were like a lazy person, but who knows. I'm an average student, so I have to do a little bit of above average work to get above average grades. My teachers tell me I'm very bright and I'm not just average, that I could be a straight A student if I applied myself. And I try to, but sometimes life, sometimes I want to have a life, and it slips my mind, but that comes down to prioritizing. Maybe that's one of the priorities I need to fix, that one little extra hour of studying, and I could go from getting B's on everything to A's. I remember my senior year of high school, my English class, I got B pluses. No, let me not lie. I got A's on every paper, but I never once got a perfect score. It was so frustrating. Like, yeah, it was an A, but it was like a 99 or a 98. Like, and I would always miss an A by one question. That's like 5 extra minutes of studying, and you could got a perfect paper, or quiz, or spelling test, or all that. But one of the ways that I stay organized, because like in college it's a little difficult sometimes, because same thing in high school, like you don't own your books, so it's like you can't always highlight, you can't always write and stuff. But the way I stay organized in classes is I like to get those big binders, like those big binders, the ones that like you unzip and it has like a place for your pens and your pencils, your highlighters, your sticky notes, all that, like the little flag sticky notes, which are like, you can't see it, there it is, these little things. I'm using this one like a bookmark, but like you can take them off and put them wherever you want, like in the middle of a paragraph, at the side of a paragraph, just wherever you want to like find your key points. If you can't really highlight the book, those are really good because you can put them anywhere. They don't take up a lot of space. They're pretty transparent depending on what colors you get. Yellow's obviously really transparent, so you can still read it and make sure like, I flagged this part, this must be a key point. Take a little extra minute to study that specific key point. I can't stress enough what an hour of studying can honestly do. Just 1 hour. Right after the class that you just took. College is a little bit easier to take an hour to study because you usually have like an hour or so in between classes and things like that, depending on if you made your schedule that way. You know, at my school, our schedules are pretty, like, you can make them be pretty spaced out like me. The most classes I have on any given day is like 3. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I have like 2 classes, and then Tuesday and Thursday I have like 3. You know, so like, and all my classes start at like 8 and end at like noon, or like the latest my classes go to like 2. So from noon to whenever I go to sleep, which is kind of early, but not like early, like maybe the latest I go to sleep is like 12, because you know I gotta wake up in the morning. But you know, but that's still a long time. That's over 12 hours of the day. No, it's not. Nope, I just lied. But I'm not really good at math, but you know, that's still a really long time. Like an hour out of all that time just to study, and then I try to work out. You know, I try to spend time with friends. You know, I try to have a life, but you know, prioritizing. School comes first. I don't really like to get bad grades. I've never gotten bad grades before. And you know, I was one of those kids who never really had to study, and I passed most of my classes with damn near flying colors. But I mean, I was never an honor student or anything, but if I had taken that extra hour to study, I would have been. But yeah, extra hour to study, you know, do your homework. At least start your homework the day you get it. I know sometimes they give out homework that's like a few chapters long, or like in college it's like stuff that goes lecture by lecture, and you know, they'll give you a packet of stuff and you can't actually do this certain assignment because they haven't talked about it and they haven't given you the chapters to read for it. But if they've given you all the necessary materials to do it, start it. Do it, or at least start it. And if they only like briefly touched it, you know, do it in pencil if you're gonna do it and they haven't gone over it. Do it in pencil, and then when they go over it in class, you know, fix your mistakes. And if you do it in pencil, then you can fix your mistakes. Or you could be like me. I'm like addicted to whiteout. So, because I really don't like writing in pencil, because I feel like my handwriting is ugly when I write in pencil, and I'm really self-conscious about my handwriting. So, I like to write in pen, and I don't like on my hand, like I just said, I'm really self-conscious about my handwriting, so I'll white out a whole piece of paper and rewrite it and make it look pretty. Or, you know, you could do it for necessary, non-obsessive compulsive reasons, and do it to, you know, fix your mistakes. If you're like me and you just, like my OCD, I really don't like to write in pencil. Ew. But I'm abnormal, so. But yeah, you can use it to fix your mistakes if your teachers allow it. And like one of the things another thing I can't stress enough, besides like taking the hour of time to like study and reiterate on like topics that were gone over in class, is, I know this sounds bad, but this is what I call myself. I'm a bugaboo student. You know, like I figure do work early, turn it into your teacher, and just ask them, you know. And if you have one of those teachers, before I even tell you to leave your papers with teachers so they can like go over and check it, if you have one of those teachers who constantly loses things, always make a copy of your work. You know, I know it's like nobody wants to do work twice or write it down twice. You know, I have the luxury of having a copy machine, a scanner type thing. So it's like I can put my work in there, scan it, and have like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 copies, you know? And I can give one of the copies to the teacher. They can go over it, make their little marks, and redo it, and you know, I can turn it in and get a better grade, you know? Sometimes that could be the difference between a C or a B, or a B and an A. And who doesn't want A's on papers? It feels so good. I feel like a smart kid, and people call me stupid, so that makes me smile. But, yeah, I wouldn't say, like, be a bugaboo student, like, don't be rude. Like, make the teachers like you. And most teachers, they're going to like you if you ask questions. You know, if you come in after class or on your free time and say, you know, I'd like to go over this topic a little more just so I can get a good grade. Like, teachers like to grade good papers. They like to give out good grades, most of them. And, you know, but you have to do your part too. And most teachers will be more... They'll be a lot happier to give you a better grade. You know, they'll be more likely to give you a better grade if you talk to them. Because then they'll, like, sometimes some people aren't really good at putting their thoughts on paper, you know, and when you talk to your teachers and you guys go over a topic and they realize, oh, you know, you really get this, you know, they'll look at your papers and see, okay, maybe they didn't put it into words that great, but I do know for a fact in speaking to this student that they do know the material. I'll just have to talk to them about the way they word it, and you'll still get the grade based on the conversation that you had, because they know you know what you're talking about, you know. If any, like, of all the people to not want to burn bridges with, and especially like in school, are your teachers. Those are the main people that you should want to get in with. Like, don't be a lame person. And, like, I mean, I wouldn't say lame, it's kind of cruel, but I guess that's what other people would call it, but I don't really, for lack of a better term, don't be, like, only spending time with teachers. Like, have a life. Like, don't let life pass you by. Don't take life too seriously, but take it seriously enough to follow your dreams, to succeed in your dreams. But yeah, talk to your teachers, take that extra hour to study that, like, especially the subject, and then in any of your harder subjects that you're a little bad at, you know, take maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, you know, out of your day. Is it really that much time out of your day for you to get good grades? I don't really think so. And, you know, binders, you know, keep your stuff organized, keep your things together. Binders, folders, highlighters, tags, sticky notes, all those things, like dividers, you know, just so all of your stuff is in the same place. Because I know me, I like to put stuff all together, and then when I'm going through stuff and I'm looking for certain papers, it'll be in a pile that's mostly this, and because I didn't go all the way through it, I'll miss out on this, and you have to start all over. And I'm in college, and starting over on college work, they give you a lot of work, but it's not hard, which is probably why they give you so much, because it's really not going to take up that much of your day. Unless you have like a 20-page paper, and then that's kind of like, are you serious? But yeah, I can't stress it enough, you know, just keep stuff organized, like keep it in the right place with the right class. Like me, I know I can get so unorganized if I don't keep stuff together. So like I said, I have a binder for each class and a backpack for each day. Like, it's that serious with me. I'll have a backpack for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because I have the same classes, and then Tuesday and Thursday I'll have a backpack, and I won't take the stuff out of it. I'll take it out, I'll do the work, and I'll put it right back in. So I know that I finished it, and I know I put it where it belongs. So on the day of my class, since I have classes that start at like 8 o'clock in the morning, I don't have to be running around looking for stuff, you know. I know it's in this binder, under this tab. You know, finished work, to-do work, keep them under those 2 tabs. Like, I have to keep stuff to a T, or I'll just unravel. But yeah, that's like, those are my little tips on staying organized. I hope they helped. I know it wasn't really a whole lot, but I mean, I don't really think it takes a whole lot. You know, just keep things in their proper place, study, you'll get good grades. Talk to your teachers, you'll get good grades. It's easy. Oh, comment below and say anything else that you want me to talk about. Just trying to help, and I have nothing better to do, so